Welcome back to Artist Fine. Today I'm going to be making a topiary out of the flowers, the paper flowers that I made yesterday. I'll leave a link above and below in the description if you want to go watch how I did that. I thought this would be a really neat idea for Mother's Day because it's nice and small and you can personalize it, you know, because you make it to what your mother would like. So first you're going to start with this little pot, and this is the flower, by the way, that I made, so it'd be cute as the topiary for the top. You're going to start off with a pot. I've already put the planter's foam in it, and I'm going to age this pot because look I'm going for is like a shabby chic, a little bit of rustic look. So first, what I wanted to start off with was some white. I wanted to kind of whitewash it to look like it's got like that line built up on it. And then I'm going to put a little brown for dirt, a little green for moss. Now to start. And this won't take but a second to dry because you're not painting it. You're just kind of like rubbing it, washing it on. And you don't have to like get it perfect. You want it smeared on, look old. Just like that. And if it's a little too thick, get some water out. Put a little water on my. You can use a paintbrush, by the way. I'm just using this little neat pad because I like how it's stiff and it's just easy to rub in. Take the dry part. See how it's looking? It's really cool. Now try not to get it too solid. I don't want it solid, and by the time I'm done too, some of this, quite a bit of it will probably be covered because that's what this is about, is you're building layers. There we go. There's the white. Nice and white. Some on top here. Try not to touch the foam because it'll go everywhere. Now I'm going to do a little brown, just a little like this. Now this is how I'm going to do the brown. If it was dirty, it wouldn't be like wiped all over it. It would be like just a little spots, you know, just a little, hit it a little bit here and there, like, you know, dirt does. It splashes onto things. That's it. And then the green for moss. Now usually I use a little baby sponge, but it's missing in action. So again, you just dab a little here and there. If it gets a little too green, you just use the wet side. And actually too, I am going to be using real little pieces of moss, and I'll tell you all about that in just a second. Very interesting story. Those who know me and know my husband, we're big gardeners, and I love nature. So sometimes, especially after a storm, a bunch of branches fall, and around here we got a lot of old oak trees, and it has this really cool, lot of different moss. And what you do is you collect it off of the branches, and you just give it a nice wash with a little peroxide and water mixture and lay it down on cardboard and let it just dry out. Then when I put it in here, I use little psyllium packets to keep it dry because, you know, I live in Florida.
Silica.
There we go. Psyllium.
Silica.
Silicon.
Silica.
Silica. There you go. Lesson for the day. I say I collect it, I keep it, I even keep it with some of the stems. And we're going to be using some of it. There's different varieties. There's this beautiful color. It's like a patina color. And then there's these little texture here. I should learn the technical names for these, but you know, as you can see, I love when it's on the stick just right. You can use it as well as decoration. So I collect all that. Okay, while the pot is drying well, first thing I want to do is I wanted to go ahead. I'm going to be putting this neat little stick. Again, like I said, I collect things, and to this was just a cute little stick. It's actually from a tree, a cypress tree. And I'm going to be using it to decorate with, but I wanted to do something that will play off the topiary. Like if you took the flowers and put it onto a spear. So I made little baby ones where I'm going to place them on here real quick with the glue gun. So I'll put a little dab of glue. Put it on there. And they don't all have to be facing a certain way. You want them to be facing different ways to give it more realistic look. See, I'll put one right here. I'm putting the big ones on the bottom first. Like you would do in nature, you would see the bigger flowers, and then you get, as you go, new growth, you have smaller ones. And see, this can be setting up really nice while we're doing our other projects. Okay, so I want to put two little ones together. Just put this right there. It's okay if they fall over because that gives them more of a realistic look. I'm going to hold it just a second, let it set up, and then do the tip. Like so. And now I'm going to repeat. And I'm going to lay that there, let it rest while we continue on. Next, I'm going to go back and do the pot. Put this away. I've got all these little neat pieces of paper, antique paper, and butterflies, which is paper cut out, used for like scrapbooking. And what I did was, to give it a little more 3D look, instead of everything being flat, I took this foam tape, and it's sticky on both sides. And they've also got it in like little pads. And this is all at the Dollar Tree. You can find this at the Dollar Tree. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off, let's see, remember the theme is Shabby Chic. I'm going to use some lace. Now you could use, you can use decoupage glue, which is what I recommend, but because I'm doing this real quick to show you, I don't have time to sit here and wait for it to dry. So I'm just going to use my glue gun to put it on, but afterwards I might go back over it and wipe some places when we're done and let it sit overnight. That's just because it gives it a nice, flat, even surface when it's glued down like that. And when you're doing this, especially with lace, you got to be careful not to burn yourself. That's for sure. So I'm going to put this on real quick. I've kind of already laid this out with the colors and how I'm going to do this. So, put that down. I might like the way it looks without being glued totally down with decoupage. I'm going to go ahead and do the top here because that's where I want to put Happy Mother's Day. And again, I just cut out, in some of the decorative magazines I have, they have neat border along with their picture. And I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I could use that for something. So I cut it and save it. And I thought it would look really good going around the pot here. Just like so. So I'm going to glue that on. And then I'm going to, I got little Happy Mother Day letters. They're sticky, also used for my scrapbooking, and I'm going to put that on top. So I'm going to do that real quick. Now, to make it look old and shabby chic, you kind of want to bend and break the edges a little, make it look, you know, old, worn, antiqued, used, folded. We don't want it looking brand new like just out of a store. It's really cute doing that too. There you go. And I like the lace. The lace comes up on here like that. Do that. There. Okay. I think that's just adorable. I love how it just does that. And next, this is a pattern that also for my Mother's Day centerpiece, I used some old lampshades. I took the metal ring out of it and to make a spear, and you'll see that when that comes. But there were some pieces left, and so I cut it out because I love the color of it and the look. And I'm going to put it on. Again, like I said, this is about layers. And if it sticks out a little, that's really, really neat. I love how it does that. Oh, I think this is dry enough now. We can put our Mother's Day. You get over there. I got glue all over my fingers. Now to put the Happy Mother's Day letters on. Let's see. I'm going to start over here. And I put it close as possible, that way I don't worry about running out of room. Happy Mother's Day. Isn't that cute? A little glue here. Okay. Now I can continue decorating the pot. As you can see how it's coming along. It's starting to come alive. I'm going to layer everything on. Let's see. Save that for a sign. I love this. I love today. I might use it. I might not. Now I'm doing this Mother's Day for my stepmother. Her name's Linda. I like to prefer her as my bonus mom.
Refer to
her as my bonus mom. And she loves playing the violin and several other instruments. She's really good at piano and singing as well. So that's why I got some music notes. Got her name. And got all these lovely pieces I'm going to put in there too. Coffee. I think I'll put that, just like I said, just lay it wherever you want. This one's going to be flat, so it's going to go on. First, let's see, I'm going to put it right there. That. Let's see, I wanted this to go on. Here, I'll peel up the lace a little bit here. Put this on there. I think I like that. I like that like that. Let's see. Right here. That's what I'm going to do. Do it like that. And if you have an issue with it, you just simply give it a nice little cut so it lays down for you. There we go. You see this wanting to stick up here. I'm going to take it and bend it, make it look old. Neat little perfume bottle. That'd be cute, like maybe over here. Oh. I went ahead and put the foam tape on it so it'll stick, but if it starts coming undone, you can always add some glue, but that should stay right on there real good. It gives it like 3D. I'm going to go ahead and put the main piece on, and it's the violin. Let's see, play with it where you want it. I think I like it right there. That's cute. Take the pieces off. Next, I want to go ahead and put some of these really cool paper flowers that I made, as you can see. And I'm going to be placing them here and there over the flowers. Again, build in layers. I love this little beauty. Glue everywhere. See how I'm placing it? I'm just gonna put some randomly all the way around real quick, and then I'll show you. It's coming out really pretty. Now I'm going to add a few more little decoration pieces. I made a heart, and I just kind of layered the heart and put a little lace on it. Put the foam tape on. Put this one on first. Let's see, where would I want this? Ah, yes. Be beautiful there. And I'm going to make it a little off-centered. I don't like it perfect looking. Off-centered is... Let me show you the progress so far. And this is with the paper flowers, the moss, and a little cutout from the magazines, and leftover pieces from other projects that I just saved. And I'm going to keep filling it in. I'm going to be making a sign. I don't know if any of you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, but you'll know that I just did a faux background for Murphy bed, the backdrop, and we have some leftover pieces that we're just going to be thrown away because they were, you know, broken or whatnot. I cut a piece out because I'm going to make a little sign. So I'm going to save these pieces that I cut, and I'll show you real quick close up when I put this together. So finish little tiny heart. Just put that. Got some cute little butterflies. You know what? I'm gonna do him kind of on top of it, because that'll look really, really cool. Like so. Big guy here. I think that's about it. I think so. Now save this guy for another project. Now another neat texture is to use burlap, and I think I like that right there, but I'm not sure if I want to add it on. I was going to. I put it right there. That looks good right there. Add a little glue. Okay, that's fine. Now we're going to work on the sign real quick. On this side, I got little pieces of magazine. Again, it says "You make our lives more beautiful," and I tore it just to make it look worn and to put edges. And you can also dye the edges a little bit, just a little, just to make it look a little old, like burnt and worn out. I've also got white over here. Then take it and put that on how you want it. And I'm gonna add this little beauty. I put the foam backing on it to make it more 3D. A little bow, music notes. There we go. Oops. Don't need that. For a second there, I forgot it had a sticky back. Now I gotta do the back. And I'm going to just put, let's see, just put layer. Cut and peel it off. Like so. Take another little piece. I love how that looks. see, it's starting to look old. Let's see what I want to put on it. You know what? Butterfly. I also like sticky little flowers. Maybe. Then put her name. And I like these little pieces I got. Oh, that one fell apart. Save me. Glue this on real quick. I love the way that looks. Let's see. Get it to stick on there good. Another little cute texture. And now to make the sign, get these little beads in the trash can here. Gonna use cute little leftover stick. So I'll put that on there. Like so. And this grass that I'm going to be using, because I want it to look kind of natural, I'm going to be using moss ball and some of these pretty little pearls around in there, but the grass is actually the tall grass that you get from the Dollar Tree, and I just simply put planter's tape around it and floor tape around it and cut it. And I'm gonna save those for something else, and that's how I got all these little pieces. So now we're gonna go ahead and put this together. This is the last step. So I'm gonna put my topiary first. Try to get it in the center as much as possible and straight as possible. There we go. And I've got a little piece of twine. I wanted to put it around. So I'm going to do that. Another thing I thought of doing was putting a bunch of little sticks around it, because I thought that would be really nice and decorative looking. Okay, next I want to do is go ahead and put the grass. Well, first I'm going to put the really cool twig with the paper flowers, and these paper flowers kind of mimic the flowers in the topiary. I'll figure out where I want to place that. Let's see, it's Happy Mother's Day is right there, so that's kind of the part there. Let's do it right here. I think this will look good. Lovely like that. There we go. Get it down in there good. Oh, that's lovely. Now I'm going to add the grass. And I like putting the grass, let's see, is that hanging on the base? You see, I'm having a little problem with it tilted, so Put a little stick here. That'll help it from tilting a little bit. We'll fix that when it comes to it. Go ahead and add the grass. I like putting the grass at the base. And then I'm gonna go ahead, I haven't decided which moss ball I wanted to use. I'm gonna use a smaller one maybe. And a bigger one over here. But the idea was, I was thinking about, I've got this really cool red cardinal and have it sitting on the moss ball. I haven't, yeah, I think I like the small one and I like it right there. So that's where we'll put that one. I'm gonna take floral pins and hook that to it. Pull this sucker back over for a second. There we go. Put the grass around it. Do it like you see a natural setting out. And don't worry about some of the tape showing because you're gonna put some moss around. Okay. The next you want to do is fill it in with moss. And that's what I'm going to do. I got all this fun moss here to play with. You can use your floral pins to kind of stick anything in there to hold it in place. Put a little glue for that one. Beautiful. Let's see how this is looking now. I'm gonna spin it around, see the front and back. There we go. Put him on there. Let's take the pin out. Okay. Let that sit up for a second. And then you got your sign. It's really cool. I'm going to add some of these pearls real quick. I forgot about these flowers that I also wanted to incorporate into this little topiary. I got these at Michael's for only like $1.50. They were on sale. It's fresh picked. It's the brand. I just wanted to add a couple, or maybe just one. I want to cover up the lovely sign. But I thought it'd be cute to kind of fill it in. I thought it was looking a little skinny. I'm going to cut that one down, size here. Oh, that's better. There we go. How much happier now? I also added a bow. I think it gives a finishing touch. Thank you for watching. Happy Mother's Day, especially you, Linda. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell for the next video. Thank you.